Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another vlog. So today we are going to be doing a little short, sweet video of installing my new, well not new, my gently used, maybe new to me, power steering pump for the Audi, for the 2.7. Did just pick this one up at a junkyard a little while ago. It's in decent condition, it's not leaking, which was the issue with my other one. It looked like it had been leaking. Looked like there was some seepage on the hose. So yeah, let's take a look at what we got here. So this right here is the power steering pump. You have your little pulley, goes on here and everything. So yeah, we're basically just gonna put this on. Should be a decently easy, little short, quick video. Nice and sweet. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so to start this install, what do we need to do? Hold on. Where'd it go? Okay, so first things first on this install, we have to connect our tubes that are down here. These are like some coolant tubes, I believe, that I took off at some point for something or other that I was doing. I know, crazy in depth there, huh? But, there's been so much I've already done with this engine that I just hadn't recorded or forgot to record and all of that sort of stuff. So, we will work with what we have as we go. If I can get that on there all the way, that'd be awesome. Pull that back a little bit. And okay, so we got that first piece on. Get this second one on all the way. Awesome. So then we got this little bolt here. So we're just gonna take that and, with all this being how it is, we're just going to put that right in there and tighten it down. It's got a little hex bit on it. Not exactly sure what size, but that's not important. So we'll get that all tightened down. And then we are going to take our needle noses here and we're just going to move these clamps up and over onto our connections here. And boom. There's our first one done. It's nice and on there, pretty snug, I believe. Yeah, nice and snug on there. And then our second one we have right here. So we're gonna grab it with our needle nose vice grips here, pull it back. Oh, and then we're gonna just hold it right there for a second while I grab it again. Maybe, okay, maybe not. Hold on, technical difficulties. Okay, so let's grab it here. I said let's grab it here. We are going to go ahead and grab it here. Awesome. And put it right on there. Okay, so next up we have our power steering pump itself to install. And we're going to have two bolts, one here and one here, that we are going to be able to install this with. Okay, so you're not actually going to want to tighten that little bolt down that will be found right in here. You're going to want to leave that open, and instead of bolting that down, you're going to take your power steering pump, you're going to put that on there first and then tighten it down with a bolt more similar to this one here. So let's move on into the next part of our install here, and I'm going to need a bolt like this and one right here. Okay, so we're going to start with this bolt right here. Just get that nice and in there, just so we're not bouncing all over the place. And what I am going to do is I'm going to pop this tube off here. Now I put this tube on here to make sure nothing got in my power steering system while I was doing a bunch of other maintenance on here. So now we should be able to turn this down, put it right on there where it's supposed to be, just like that. will make an attempt to spin this little clamp around, because I accidentally left it there. Actually, let's pop that right back off. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this, spin this a little bit so we can get to that clamp. We're going to spin that clamp all the way around, so we're going to be able to reach it now. So now we're going to push this whole side back down on there, all the way down, looking all nice and tight. Then you're going to take your vice grips or needle nose pliers of your choice. Grab onto our clamp here and just slide it right down to where we need it. And right there we go, and boom. Just like that. It is nice, that is on. I shouldn't be going anywhere, even if I put all my force on it. No movement whatsoever from that. Okay, so next part of this, we're just gonna put this bolt in now. Much longer bolt necessary there because it has that little tunnel it goes through pretty much. Tighten that down, so make sure this one we tighten down a little bit more. And then we are going to put our little coolant line together with our power steering pump, and we're going to have that all nice and set together just how you want it. Maybe if we could find the hole. There we go. Much better. Okay, now we're going to take our wrench here and we're going to tighten all these down. I'm going to do this part right here, this bolt. The longer one should be easier to get done here. Okay, nice and tight. Make sure we don't over tighten it. And we're going to look up some torque specs and make sure we torque those down later. So next up in our little install here, we are going to take this bolt, this banjo bolt, back out of our power steering pump. And we're going to put our power steering line into that. So when you take that bolt off, there definitely needs to be these two washers on it. These are crush washers. So if you are replacing this or pulling this bolt off at all, you should definitely replace these two washers, as by the name, they do get crushed when you tighten them down. So I'm going to grab some crush washers. Boom, here we go. We have two brand new crush washers that fit right over there just like intended. Boom, no issues. So next up what we're going to do is we're going to install our power steering line here from the pump. So you're going to have a banjo bolt at this end here. It's going to go right into this. And then you're also going to have a tiny little bolt up here that is going to go right back here on the engine, just to kind of hold it in place. And make sure that you do have one from a 2.7 if you're doing a swap like I am. This little female end with the threads in it, because you have the one on the car that's a male end. So like I was saying earlier, make sure you get some brand new crush washers for this. And you're gonna want one on this side that's going on here. Then you're also gonna want one on the bolt itself on the other side of your banjo. Then you're just going to thread it all in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know what they say. Boom. Get that in there. Then we're going to tighten it down. We're going to do tight and a little bit more. Make sure we really crank down on those brand new crush washers. And then next, you're going to take the little bolt like I was talking about, this tiny tiny little bolt right here. And it's gonna go right back here where there's a hole in your head here to thread into. That's gonna hold that right there. And then we're just gonna want to tighten it a little bit. Not too much to break it, but enough to keep it there. Oh, it's a little bit bigger. Just like that, on, and a little tighter. And boom. Now, last but not least, we're gonna pull all these little bolts out here. Get them all out. 1, 2, and 3 here. And then you're going to want to grab a pulley, or the pulley that came off yours. Just like this one right here, probably because it's the one that came off my old power steering pump. But as you can see, there's a little triangle here, so on this inset part, you're going to want that right up against this, and then that bumped out piece here is what's going to be facing on the outside. So these are what those little bolts look like. Just tiny little bolts that get through and everything. So we're going to put that there. And then we're just going to thread them in one at a time. Get it all the way on there. There we go. There we go, nice and easy thread into there. And then last but not least, this side here. Maybe not, maybe it doesn't want to thread in for some reason. There we go. That's much better. Thread that one in, thread this one in a little bit more. And we got our top one here. And boom. Then you're going to want a little Torx bit, or not a Torx bit, sorry. It's a little hex bit. Looks like it's going to be the same 6mm that we used earlier for these. Yep, and you're just going to hold it. If you can get somebody else to hold it for you, that's probably ideal, but I'm just going to tie them down a little bit more so it's not moving all over the place. Okay. And last but not least, we're going to get this one as well. Okay. And that's it. So all you need to do to install your power steering pump back on. And then you're also going to want to take this here and tighten that back to what it is supposed to be. Which I do not remember exactly off the top of my head, but it moves a little bit. So you want to make sure that you tighten it back. Perfect fit right there. Okay. Then you're just going to throw your belt on. Right here. We got a brand new accessory belt. And go over top of this. And then past your little clutch fan here, which I do not have because there's not enough space for it in the in my car. And this one is going to go back across like this here. Hold that tight. Then you want to get it down here also around your alternator. A little more slack in here somewhere. Boom. Just like that, and it's all on. And then you're gonna want a little 17 millimeter right there to be able to move your tensioner. We're gonna pull out this little holder that I had in place there. And boom. Just like that, our power steering pump's back on, and it looks like the whole front of our engine is back together. So we're making really good progress on the engine for the 2.7 turbo swap A4. We're getting there slowly but surely. This video should come out pretty soon. So after this video, very soon after, there should be one coming out for the turbo install, the new KO4 turbos that I have for it. They're a little bigger, a little beefier, be a little bit more fun. So be looking out for that video. If this is your first time on my channel, if you're new here, anything like that, please consider subscribing and liking the video, leaving a comment. All of that really helps me more than you could ever know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And again, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.